Hello and welcome to the Cyber1 YouTube channel. My name is Ray, and in this video we're going to look at a small micro servo. So in Fred I've been using the JX Servo's PDI-1109MG servos for the eye mechanism. These are a metal gear unit, also the ad says. This one, the output stopped working yet. You could hear the motor running, but the output train was not turning, and if you rotated the top you could actually find where it was trying to go to and would stop the motor spinning. When I opened this one up to find out what went wrong, what I found is there is a small gear. Let me see if I can find smaller tweezers. Okay, so these are not the smallest tweezers I've got, but they're the first I could find. What we have is this small gear which meshes between the output gear on the motor and to the bottom gear from the gear train. Now you can still see in the gear is in fact a small plastic shaft, and that plastic shaft has broken away from here. The shaft here on this gear train is all metal, and this output shaft has a metal shaft that's attached to this that goes all the way through. This spins on it and it ends up locating into the potentiometer, so that drives a shaft through to the potentiometer but also supports this. It's actually a very clever way of doing it. This hasn't let go at all. The only thing, it's a plastic gear on the motor, that hasn't let go. The only thing that let go was the actual shaft breaking off here. Now, in fairness, there was a lot more resistance than it was probably designed to operate with, but it's still a little disappointing that that shaft let go and that it was plastic, very thin plastic. So that's the output gear, and you can see it's got little flats on the output shaft that feeds into the potentiometer. You can see the size of my finger relative to the gear, so these are very small parts, and the reason for the poor resolution in the video today is because I'm using my microscope, and my microscope doesn't have as high a resolution as my normal cameras. So yeah, interesting gear assembly. A little bit disappointed that it had that plastic shaft. Looking in the back, there's not much to it. It's not even well secured, the circuit board. But there's your 502 potentiometer on the bottom, and a very small motor, and a very small circuit board. And they've ground the numbers off. That's disappointing. Sometimes if you get them in just the right light, you can read numbers. F2MQS1. That would be the output transistor, or full bridge output. '733, that looks like a transistor. Yeah, the main chip controller has no numbers left on it. And you can see where there used to be numbers on it, but it looks like they've round off the numbers. So yeah, apart from the one plastic shaft that has broken away, the gear itself looks to be in good condition. Bit disappointed in that one. So I will attempt to replace that with another one and put Fred's eye mechanism back together. That was used on the right eye for turning the eyeball left and right. It was under a little bit of strain. It's the one that has the camera in it, and I would say the camera was causing a bit of excessive strain on it. I might have to review that on the grounds that the camera's mounted upside down anyway. If you like these types of videos, don't forget to click on like, click on that subscribe button, ring that notification bell. There is a Discord server with a link in the description. I have a Patreon account. I would like to thank my #1 Patreon Go Lucky. If you'd like to join him in supporting the channel, there'll be a link in the description to Patreon. So have a good day, and we'll see you in the next video.